Cheltenham Gold Cup of 2003 and towards the first of 22 fences. Colonel Braxton in the firing line with Bayrajan and the Grey Modular, and then over on the inside Seymour Business. As they landed over the first, all safely over. B4 Salmon held up towards the back. Best Mate is held up in about 8th or 9th place as they clear the second fence. Marlborough also out the back, passing the stands for the first time. The Grey Modular having his moment of glory here, just ahead of Seymour Business. Then Bayrajan in third. 3 lengths Colonel Braxton with Chives in a white sleeve jacket in 5th place wide. Then Valley Henry in a red cap. Then Best Mate from Hazard Collonge and Comanche Court. Harbour Pilot is next, First Gold, and then Trucker's Tavern with Marlborough on the inside. B4 Salmon held up well off the pace by Timmy Murphy, together with Eura Gooden in the rear. Over the next, the first in the back straight, and B4 Salmon is a faller. B4 Salmon is down there, the novice. The gamble hasn't paid off. A faller at the third fence. B4 Salmon, as they now go on towards the water jump. Modular lands just ahead of Bayrajan at the water. The horse is up being held. Timmy Murphy is still on the ground. Meanwhile, they take an open ditch. Bayrajan over just ahead of Modular. Then Seymour Business in third place. Chives is 4, followed by Colonel Braxton and Valley Henry at the next plain fence. Hazard Collonge jumps well, so too Best Mate. And then behind these is Trucker's Tavern, Comanche Court over on the inside as they race towards another big open ditch. And then back in the field is First Gold with Marlborough. Timmy Murphy is on his feet after that fall from B4 Salmon. Mistake there by Harbour Pilot at the back, not jumping and pushed along. Eura Gooden is last. On to the next plain fence. Bayrajan and Richard Johnson from Modular. Then Seymour Business, the 1999 winner, over in third. They are just ahead of Colonel Braxton in a dark blue jacket on the inside, with Chives on the outside in fourth in that white cap. Valley Henry close up with these. Hazard Collonge is wide, then Comanche Court, Best Mate going along nicely in the midfield, fence at the top of the hill. Bayrajan's over ahead, and they all are safely over that. Marlborough was a bit sluggish at the back as they start down the hill on this first circuit. And on now to the next. B4 Salmon's rider, Timmy Murphy there, walking disconsolately back towards the enclosures. Over the next fence, and it was Bayrajan from Seymour Business in second place. From Modular, and then Colonel Braxton, Chives and Hazard Collonge on the outside. Valley Henry just in behind these as they make this turn now towards the next 2 plain fences, with still over a circuit to go in this Cheltenham Gold Cup. Bayrajan then with Seymour Business, they're matching strides. Chives is third. Valley Henry in fourth place. Modular over on the inside, out wide is Hazard Collonge. Best Mate lies in about 7th place on the outside of Colonel Braxton, and then Comanche Court. First Gold is next from Harbour Pilot as they take the fence in front of the stands. Another mistake by Harbour Pilot. Trucker's Tavern out the back. Marlborough is 1 from last, and sitting last under the champion jockey is Eura Gooden. So away they go once again then, and on now to fence number 13. And it's Bayrajan, whose bright white face showing out in front under Richard Johnson, who won on Looks Like Trouble in 2000. Bayrajan down the hill ahead of Seymour Business and Chives second and third. Valley Henry is fourth, and then Modular on the inside. Hazard Collonge, Best Mate creeping just a little bit closer as they take this tricky fence, at which First Gold made a slight mistake. But they're all reasonably in touch. Eura Gooden would be, the back marker would be about 15 to 20 lengths behind this leader. Bayrajan taking the water jump. Bayrajan over ahead from Chives in second place. Plenty in with chances as they go towards another open ditch. Bayrajan by a couple of lengths to Chives, drawing towards this one. The leader takes it well. Seymour Business over in third. Valley Henry on the inside. Best Mate, the light blue sleeve jacket, moving well under Jim Cullity. Hazard Collonge is wide of him. Over the next plain fence, and at this one Bayrajan got in a bit tight, and Chives, Best Mate stable companion, right on terms on landing. Chives, who's a Grand National candidate, he could yet be a big Gold Cup candidate as they go towards the ditch again, going uphill on the far side. Chives and Bayrajan clear of Valley Henry. Best Mate, Jim Cullity looking confident in fourth place. Then Seymour Business, who's just feeling the pace now, the old warrior. From Comanche Court getting a bit closer. And behind these, Hazard Coulange is dropping out. Chives jumps that fence very well at the top of the hill and leads over by 2 or 3 lengths. Mistakes by Colonel Braxton towards the back, also Uragooden. And now they've got 4 fences left to jump. A tricky fence going slightly downhill at the top, and it's Chives who's kicked 5 or 6 lengths clear. But now Valley Henry and Best Mate are both getting closer as they take this one, and it's Henrietta Knight 1 and 2 now. Chives, Best Mate is cantering in second place, last year's winner. In third is Valley Henry with every chance down the hill, and there Best Mate looming up. Richard Guest on the near side, Jim Cullity, he's full of horse as they go down towards 3 out. Chives a big jump in the centre, Valley Henry on the right, but here's Best Mate travelling like the good horse he is, and he's going to lead them turning for home. Back in 4th place is Trucker's Tavern, then Bayrajan and Comanche Court, and so 12 months on, it's Best Mate again. He turns for home, bidding to win his 2nd Gold Cup, the first horse to do so since Lescargo in the early 70s, and Best Mate by 5 or 6 lengths to Valley Henry, the second last. Best Mate, a lovely jump there. Valley Henry clambered through it in 2nd, then in 3rd place is Chives. Trucker's Tavern stays on, but closing to the final fence, it's Best Mate and Jim Cullity. He puts himself right over it. Best Mate by a dozen lengths. Trucker's Tavern running a massive race into 2nd place, then Valley Henry in 3rd, but Best Mate, this beautiful horse, Best Mate's going to win back-to-back Cheltenham Gold Cup. He's strolling away with it, a top-class performance. Best Mate wins the Gold Cup. Trucker's Tavern in 2nd, tight for 3rd between Valley Henry and the running on Harbour Pilot. Next home Comanche Court from Bayrajan and Chives. After these was Seymour Business, the ground was too lively for him. Uragooden next, back in the field to Colonel Braxton. Marlborough, then First Gold, and Modular completed the course at a big price. Well, this is the best we've seen for some time. The best chaser, the best staying chaser in the country, and on today's evidence, the best chaser in the country by a very long way. Been trained for this race since 12 months ago. Henrietta Knight picks and chooses the races carefully. He's still got time on his side. He's only an 8-year-old. He can come back in a year's time, and Her Majesty the Queen has seen something special here on her first visit to Cheltenham in half a century. Best Mate and Jim Cullity win again.
What was that like?
Wonderful.
Did you believe it was going to be that easy? Come and see him, come on.
Yeah, I did actually. I was great confidence all the way along, you know. Said he improved his stone, which he has.
And has Henrietta watched it?
Haven't seen her.
Go and find her. Well done. Oh, here she comes. Here we are, she's coming. Why didn't you go back and go on?
Jim, what a roar!
Fella's improved. Has improved since last year.
I'll say he's absolutely bolted up. I mean, when he came cruising 3 out, did the butterflies start coming?
To be honest, we've gone very, very fast this year. It was a different race than last year, you know. We've gone very fast, and he hasn't settled as well as he can early on. But so down the back last time, I got a bit of blow into him, but he's done what he was asked. It was a tough race this year.
Hat-trick next year.
Well, John, I was just saying to you, it's wonderful the Queen's here today because Henrietta Knight, her late mother who died about 15 months ago, was very good friends with the Queen Mother. So this victory will actually mean something, be relevant to Her Majesty herself. I mean, sometimes we think of Hen and Terry as Mr. Potty and Mrs. Dotty, but they've done a wonderful, wonderful job with this horse. He's a joy to watch, and it really was an exhilarating performance.
Absolutely amazing. 2 Gold Cups, and I don't think he's made a mistake in either. Given a slightly different ride, I think Jim was a little bit concerned about getting on the inside behind the grey horse Modular. He started off with plans to go around the inside, and then probably didn't know too much about the horse in front, moved to a more middle position, but always in the right place, and absolutely vindicated what Terry said. Improved the stone, won much easier this time round. Great team effort. Well done for Jackie Jenner, who looks after him, all the people concerned. And as you said, it would have meant something to Her Majesty.
Mate, an 8-to-1 chance at this moment a year ago after winning the first of his Gold Cups. Back today from 2-1, 7-4, returned 13-8, favourite best mate, and many bookmakers at 64 on the boards as the flag went up. The runner-up Truckers Tavern, double carpet, 33-1. Harbour Pilot is third, a 40-1 chance. Great each-way betting for horses over 20-1. That stat stands up. You won't get paid on the Fourth Valley Henry at 14-1. Best mate, the 24th favourite in 75 runnings to win the Gold Cup. There was the 7th since Arkle 37 years ago. Master Oaks was the last to do it in 95. And there's the 6th horse to win more than one Gold Cup. Escargo in the 70s, Arkle in the 60s, Cottage Rake in the 50s, Golden Miller in the 30s, and Easter Hero 1929 and 30. 6th to do it. Best mate, 30-8. Fav.
Timmy Murphy can only look on from the rail and gives Jim Cullity congratulatory pat. But he must feel sick to the bone, Timmy, but maybe Before Sam can come back.
Underestimate the mountain this horse has climbed. Back-to-back Gold Cups, he sauntered this. Ecstatic Jim Lewis leading him in, and you just wait for the call this crowd gives him as he hits the winner's enclosure.
Well, they are amazing scenes, and Henrietta, John and I both know her very well. She's a real character, very intelligent woman, but anthropomorphic about her horses. And I mean, she won't have slept for weeks knowing her. She worry about every blade of grass it treads over.
Well, just the fact that when we showed the clip earlier, they bring this horse in every night during the summer just so that there's no chance of him injuring himself and nobody being able to get to him. But she said right from the outset that this was a proper champion. I mean, it's a big